So based on the data gathered, we were able to create a predictor model in Excel. The table created includes year, inflation rate, gold price rate change, predicted gold price, and what the actual gold price was for the previous years. By using VBA and writing a macro, we were then able to create an easy form for users to view this information by simply clicking on a button. So this first button here, let's start over here. So the user inputs the year that they would like to look at, and by clicking this first button, they can then see the predicted gold price in US dollars for 1 ounce of gold, and this is for the years 1978 to 2050. The second button down here allows the user to find the actual gold price from that same year, and the data we have ranges from 1978 to 2021. This third button here in blue allows users to clear the previously searched data and find information for a new year. Let's go into the demo. Let's get the Excel open. All right, so we're going to do 1994 here. When you click this first button here for the predicted gold price, it pops up what it was predicted at. The actual gold price is here. And when you click this third button, it clears those prices shown. Let's go into a year that we haven't lived in yet. Let's say 2035. So it gives you the predicted gold price for 2035, but here, since we haven't actually lived 2035, there's no actual data for that yet, so nothing populates. Again, we click here, it clears the prices. We wrote this macro to clear only the prices and not the year as well, but that would be an easy update and an easy fix if the user preferred to have the year cleared as well and just start with a whole new fresh page. Let's go back into presentation here. Alright, so we then wanted to do a comparison of gold price to exchange rates to determine if there was any correlation there. And we pulled the data for 9 other currencies, the US being the 10th, so 10 currencies total. This first graph here shows the US dollar versus Canadian dollar exchange rate. The exchange rate is in red, and the gold prices are in green and blue for the respective currencies, so blue for the US, green for Canadian. We then had a formula in Excel that calculates the correlation between the exchange rate and the US dollar. So a number close to 0 would show no correlation at all. A number close to 1 would show a strong correlation. And close to -1 would show a strong negative correlation, meaning a strong inverse relationship. So for the US dollar versus the Canadian dollar, the exchange rate, the coefficient was calculated at -0.45, showing that there was not a strong correlation between the two. And you can see that here in the graph too. There's no real correlation between that red line and then the blue and the green. We then did the gold price versus exchange rate for the US dollar versus the euro. The red line again here is the exchange rate, and the green and blue again for the euro and the US dollar. The coefficient that was calculated for this one was -0.25, so this shows that there is an even weaker correlation between the exchange rate and gold price. And as mentioned earlier, part of our initial goal was to determine if there wasn't any correlation from doing these two exchange rate calculations. We determined that there was not a strong correlation between exchange rates and gold price. This is where we would normally take any questions, so thank you for listening.